Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, member of the House Ways and Means Committee. When I interviewed Kat Cammack yesterday, she just made such a great point that we just re-aired there in the fact that every single town is a border town in this country. Now remember, if you were to back up, and obviously the border patrol crisis has actually been an issue for over decades, but every border town is in New York City, is in Texas, not only Texas and Arizona, but in Los Angeles. Because why? This administration has opened our borders and they've been allowed to just spread all over the country freely, and therefore now these democratic cities are paying the price.
Exactly. What's equally as bad, Julia, is the states like New York, which have laws like the Green Light Law, which actually gives licenses to illegal immigrants, and also a special status so that our police cannot share with ICE, with other Customs and Border Protection agents as to the status of these people. It's exactly why Laken Riley was murdered, because New York City police had to let the murderer go, even though they had suspected that he had ties to a gang, an illegal gang. He also had ties
just in the past 2 weeks,
crimes, and they had to let him go, and he went and killed Laken Riley, an innocent student down in Georgia. That's why every state is a border state, and I represent the northern border of New York State. 85% of the people on the terror watch list, according to the Border Patrol, is coming across the northern border. Because New York's laws are so lenient, and because New York State does not impose any restrictions on these people, and you end up having the cartels saying, "Oh, this is a better option. Let's go to New York and get closer to New York City, where they can pretty much live, without unanimity, without anyone finding out who they are. They can just kind of go into the seams and nobody finds them." And this is a real problem, and it's not just New York City. It is everywhere. It's upstate New York. We just had a horrible tragedy in Albany, another killing by illegal immigrants. We've had, all kinds of, we're seeing rapes and murders and the worst kind of crimes against children, which I can't think of anything worse.
Here they are coming in California.
And these are repeat offenders. And the reason they're repeat offenders is because our law enforcement isn't allowed to keep them in jail. So they're actually going out, they're committing these crimes, spending a couple hours behind bars, being let out on nothing for bail, and then reoffending. I mean, this is like the land of the free for criminals, and you can just come to the United States and commit crimes, not pay and not do the time, and there's no accountability.
Not pay any taxes, but take all American tax dollars.
All of that, okay? I mean, now in the final year of his administration, doing a victory.
How many terrorists?
Saying that after
all the young fighting age men
appears to be working. Okay, so June numbers did hit a 3-year low. But what about the millions here already, including, these gang members that are reoccurring and killing and maiming and murdering and attacking children? I mean, what are they doing about
the 300,000 of Biden flew over, spread out through our country?
Murders, right? These people are coming across. Remember, President Trump famously said that they're not sending their best; they're sending everyone.
This is why
they can, and it's
Trump
not them. It's not the
started building a wall.
That are doing this. It is the cartels. They
not
are
the
finding
lies
a way
the
to
media
human traffic people and murderers and anyone who wants to come to our country get to come in. And we're so overstressing the system. The Customs and Border agents do not have the resources to keep our border safe, and that's what you're seeing. ICE, they can't control it. All we needed to do.
Let's hope that nothing else explodes tonight except fireworks in the sky.
Go back to remain in Mexico and
every
stop
day
catch and release.
ticking time
Two
bomb.
things that President Trump did that did the most to secure our border. Two things that Joe Biden erased on day one, and that's why you're seeing this record number of people coming across. And Julia, it is terrible, not just from a security standpoint.
This is what Biden did.
Unbelievable, hundreds of billions.
He's supposed to protect us. That is his job.
And now we're seeing billions of dollars to New York taxpayers alone to take care of illegal immigrants. And
y'all happy paying more and more tax money?
It's just.
This is what the Revolutionary War was about. This is what the war that our founding fathers fought against. Our freedoms, our taxation.
Why are we allowing the gangs to actually have operational control of our border? We
need to throw Soros out of this country. Enough.
In order to be independent, we have to have our borders secure.
Here we have Americans who are having a hard time putting food on their table. We've got inflation. We've got mortgage interest rates rising.
And now you're going to pay more taxes. We're going to pay more and more taxes.
Not only do they commit crimes,
to
but they
feed
get free
these
housing
illegal
in very expensive cities
people coming in our country, criminals and terrorists along with them.
Our northern border, according to a new
Keep voting Democrats. This is what's going to happen. We're not going to have a country anymore.
Crossers in the month of June alone. That is up 420% over last year.
Happy 4th of
I'd like to see the
July.
Biden
Let's keep it
administration do a
happy.
victory lap around that number.
Close our borders.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. That number's actually up. It was about 330% just a few